When I make contingencies for the many characters in the multiverse, I try my best to, in a sense, place myself in their shoes, not just to understand them as a possible enemy, but to understand them as a person. But when it came to Courage, that was far easier to accomplish than many of the others. I couldn't just see myself in him. I was him. I'd suffered what he had, but unlike me, there was a way to undo it all. There seemed to be some confusion as to what I had done for him in my contingency, many believing that the green glow coming from the sky had been a green lantern ring for him. In truth, you are not that far off. Even Hal Jordan had informed me that his ring identified Courage as an incredible candidate for a ring, but something was holding him back. What that glow had actually been was Hal returning from a mission I had requested of him. You see, by doing some research, I managed to discover a general area of which the mad doctor who took Courage's parent may have sent them. It took a bit, but Hal managed to find them and reunite them with their son. It was an emotional reunion, to say the least, after which his parents built a home near the farmhouse so that he would continue to live with the humans who had taken him in, and be close to his parents as well. I kept my distance from them while ensuring nothing else would get close to disturb them. And for a time, Courage was truly happy. I just wish it could have lasted a bit longer. As right after Courage would finally have his family back, it seemed to have come with a cost, and we would unfortunately have to say our farewells to Muriel Bagg. This left Courage in the care of Muriel's husband, Eustace, a man who had no reservations in showing how much disdain he has for Courage. I was prepared to step in and ensure that he wouldn't harm Courage now that Muriel was no longer around to protect him. But something had changed. This man, one who had been filled with nothing but hatred and selfish greed. The loss of his wife seemed to hit him in a way he never would have expected, having lost the one thing he truly cared for. It brought a new perspective. Eustace would change his attitude towards Courage, the two having been drawn closer together through a mutual grief. And in time they managed to overcome it, forming a strong bond. Between that and his parents, Courage seemed to overcome this loss, causing something else to change. It's only speculation, but how do I put this? The loss of his parents originally caused a trauma in Courage that he'd suffer with for many years. This fear of loss, or being abandoned and alone. He'd likely only known it for a brief time before being adopted. And yet he knew he never wanted to feel it again. Always afraid of losing it all again, paranoid with every little noise that pierced the night. It was a fear he couldn't overcome, until now. He'd managed to reunite with his parents, and after losing someone else who he may have seen as a mother, was able to healthily process that grief. What I mean to say is, Courage no longer fears his own shadow, and what had been holding him back was finally gone. 2 rings flew into the farmhouse one night, glowing a brilliant meld of green and blue. The courage which allowed him to save his family time and again, and a brand new hope that everything will be okay. Courage no longer fears the shadows of the night, and from what I've heard, he's doing everything he can that no one else can as well. I've removed my surveillance of his home since then, as it's clear he no longer needs me for protection. Perhaps someday we'll cross paths again, and I can see with my own eyes just how much he's grown.